And now, our feature presentation.
All right. Fight Club. What's happening? You got a couple of your big-time fellas, your big-time admins on here. You got Russ, a.k.a. never making a playoff. You got Tim, Mr. Irrelevant, and you got the most feared Balboa, most feared in Madden, and we're going to see what Madden 17 holds for y'all. I might have to switch my name up a little bit. What's happening, fellas? We're gonna run down this, guys, for you guys, fellas. I mean, this show going to be a little special. We're going to do a couple segments. Right, Tim, we're going to do some things. Maybe talk about some Madden 17 for you guys. We got an expert, on the line in Russ in Madden 17, even though he don't make no playoff appearances on championship. We're still going to duff him as an expert. We maybe talk some fantasy, and maybe get some harsh questions in there that some people probably wondering about 17, some things we can do, and what they expect. All right, fellas. So how we want to do this, y'all? What we want to break out first?
Man, let's start it from the top, man. Let's just kind of go around the league, give a little bit of the news. Fight Club still going strong. If you're in the GroupMe pages, if you're on the Twitch, we got the tournaments going. We had a draft champion tournament last night. We're going with regular teams tonight. But, hey, man, Fight Club's still ticking, still rolling. So all you Fight Club gamers out there, man, I'm coming for you, and I'm coming for the crown. So is Russ, so is the most fears.
It's that doo-doo crown. Hey,
I made a joke. I didn't know I made a joke. Okay, all right.
And you're right, man. We still ticking, and we got a lot of new things going to be coming on for Fight Club for Madden 2017. Hashtag Fight Club Nation. Hopefully we can get some of these scared jokers back on, like a Prime or a Debo. Them 318 busters. Maybe even get a Jordan Allen / Killer, whatever you like to be called these days. Shout out to him, birthday shout out. Heard a stripper set on his face.
Yeah.
So let's pop it, man. Let's pop it. So let's start with some of these Madden. Some of these rankings. Man, let's jump into what matters. Let's start with offense. Let's talk about offense. When you pick an offensive team, and even whether it's draft champions or a regular team, what's the main thing you're looking for? I like to think in your team, in your weaponry. I mean, you're probably looking for a quarterback, or you're looking for wide receivers. Normally it's going to be wide receivers. Why? Because you got more wide receivers than you do a quarterback. Somebody's got to deliver the ball, of course, but you can get around that in most cases. Wide receivers, to me, and that's just me, very important. So as we do a snapshot of Madden 17 coming out, we're releasing some of these top 5 players. If you don't know them, they just happen to be, and we're going to go down in order and talk about them. Maybe we can figure out the madness behind what they got out here in this top 5 rankings. Maybe they need to be changed up, So I'm going to throw them out there, and then we're going to throw some questions around. So top 5 player rankings in Madden for the wide receivers.
Mm-hmm.
So the wide receivers, you got Antonio Brown as the number 1 wide receiver in Madden 17. Now, which is also kind of weird because they were saying that he was number 1 in Madden 16 between him and, like an Odell. I don't know how true that is, but his rankings are definitely up there. I mean, his speed is going to be upped a little bit in this one, guys. I think his speed in Madden 16 is a 92. His speed on this one is a 93. Am I right, Russ? What's his speed in Madden 16, Antonio Brown? Was it like a 92, 91, something like that? Ant Brown?
Who you talking about? You talking about Odell, right?
Ant Brown.
Oh, and Odell and Brown. All right.
I think it's a 91. I think it's 91, 92.
It might be a 91, but they say he the best wide receiver in Madden 17, period. Now, that's going to start a lot of controversy. I mean, he had 97 overall, 93 speed now, 98 agility, 99 catch, 99 elusiveness, and then that 98 route run is what's critical. But you know what? I mean, does that sound like somebody? You know what? Before I get into all that, I'm gonna just go down and I'm gonna name all 5 of them. Then we're just gonna jump into it. So number 1, we got Ant Brown. Number 2, we got Julio Jones. Number 3, the big AJ Green. Odell, I catch anything Beckham. And then lastly, we got Andre Hopkins. Now, what do you think about that top 5, Tim? Well, I mean, is that your top 5? Like, what type of 5? If you like, would you keep it in that order?
And you know what? I understand why they put Antonio Brown first, because he did lead the NFL last year in yards. Again, he was the top receiver last year. But when we're thinking about Madden and we're thinking about real life, I see how they want to correlate that. That's a toss-up for me. If I'm going, me personally, I'm taking as my number 1 receiver in Madden, I'm taking Julio. I'm taking Julio first. I'm taking Odell second. I'm taking Antonio Brown third. I'm taking DeAndre Hopkins fourth. I'm taking AJ Green fifth. That's my Madden top 5. If I'm picking my team, and if I have to go find somebody to trade and make a trade happen, or I get stuck with the receiver, you know, if I have to pick a favorite receiver, I'm going Julio first, Odell, Antonio Brown, Hopkins, and AJ Green in that order. Now,
in that order.
In that order, and the reason I say that is because their speed's the same. But Julio is just a monster, and I can understand that Antonio Brown got wanted last year in the NFL, but Julio is a monster, and it would just be tough for me to take a smaller receiver like that in Madden. Fantasy football, a whole different conversation there. That's a whole different thing, whole different conversation. But if we're talking Madden right now, I'm taking Julio Jones as my top receiver, and then I'm going to Odell Beckham. And
okay.
That's what I'm going for in Madden right now.
Now the expert himself, Russ, you know, we got to jump to Russ because he might have a different type of outlook on that. What you say about that, Russ? What's your top 5? How would you rank that in order, and why?
I actually tend to agree with Tim on the fact Antonio Brown, we know for sure, is the best wide receiver in the league. It's hands down. He does so many things. That is real life. That's fantasy. That's a whole nother story. In Madden, he's just too short to be my number 1 receiver. He's 5'10". I mean, Julio Jones, he's 6'3", man, and he got same speed. I could put him anywhere on the field. Julio Jones is number 1 receiver in Madden, in my opinion. I tend to agree with Tim on that. 2.
All right. Who you go second? Who goes second?
Odell. Even though Odell's shorter too. Odell could go up and make those spectacular catches. He could jump. He has high jump. Antonio Brown, he's not mossing anybody. He's not going over if he beats you over the top, it's with his route running. He's not going to get those 50-50 balls. Odell will. So
right, but you see, you know that Ant Brown got that 97 spec catch too. So
yeah, he got the 97 spec catch, but I'm talking in terms of he's still too short, and he doesn't have the jump. He got spec catch, but he doesn't have the jump like Odell has the jump.
Okay. All right. I'll take that. Who's coming in number 3?
Number 3 is going to be, I'll give it to Ant Brown, number 3. 4, DeAndre Hopkins. 5, AJ Green.
Oh my God, man! Look. Let me straighten it for everybody that's waiting, that's throwing up their hands like, oh my God, these guys are idiots. I mean, they got it for the most part, right? But so yeah, I would go Julio Jones first, naturally because of his jump, his height, the route running. He's got everything right there with these guys, and he's got the speed. So I would throw Julio Jones as a number 1. Number 2, I throw Beckham. I know your boy Debo out there. He's like, man, what y'all talking about? Julio better than all these guys, and they making him faster this year. If that's going to be a problem. But they're making him faster this year. He still should be behind Julio, especially when Julio is the same speed, same everything across the board. But what matters is these guys that comes behind them. And you want to say Ant Brown, that sound good. You want to say A.J. Green, he old, that sound good. But look, man, look. DeAndre Hopkins tops those guys. It's done. I mean, DeAndre Hopkins should be number 3, almost number 2, because here again, he got the speed, he's got the catching, he got 98 split catch, and the man is a giant. Don't care, he's almost if you had Julio on one side and DeAndre Hopkins on the other, you might as well say it's a jump ball bonanza out there. You can't stop those guys. You got to have 2 or 3 people. So DeAndre Hopkins definitely should be a number 3. And behind that, yeah, I'd throw Ant Brown. And AJ, you got to go 5th simply because, you know, you're getting old, even though you're still the man, you're getting old.
Okay.
So that's the most feared picks.
Let me ask you about this then. Okay, let's go a little bit farther outside the top 5, right? Because if you look at the ratings after Green, you got Jeffrey, you got Fitzgerald, you got Bryant, you got Hilton, and then you got Baldwin. Who's too high? Who's too low there?
If I'm looking at outside, right? I'm looking at the list right now. I see Fitzgerald on here, Alshon Jeffrey, Dez Bryant, Doug Baldwin, Julian Edelman, T.Y. Hilton, everybody at that point. I feel like it's a huge drop-off from the top 5 to the next 5 at that point. But if I'm taking somebody at that next spot, I'm taking Dez. I'm taking Dez. Dez could probably take A.J. Green's spot. Or even Alshon Jeffrey could probably take Green's spot at that point. But Doug Baldwin has seen a rise that nobody else thought he would see. He's in the top 10. Same as Julian Edelman. He's in the top 10.
It can't possibly be for their skill, bro. I mean, guys, again, if anybody out there listening, you now see why Tim doesn't go past the first round, maybe second round in draft tournaments, or barely makes playoffs because of stuff like this. Julian Edelman, come on, man. Hey, no skill, no finesse, no speed, no height, no nothing. The man's nothing.
You know, that's not my list. That's Madden's list. I'm just going by Madden's list. But what's wrong with
At bare minimum, all the guy got is a nice route run. But he got, what is he, like 80 speed? Don't the kickers run faster than that? I'm just asking. Hey, you know what? But you're right. I would take a Dez. I would go with a Dez. But this Madden is definitely something that's going to be hard to focus on. Russ, what's some of the things we can expect, man, on defense? How do we stop these monsters? What's new that Madden got coming that for defense to be able to try and stop some of these monsters or some of maybe the jump ball BS, PA shot BS that some of these guys like doing?
So if you look at, there's a couple of things. So, they added a SWAT feature. So now, when somebody tries just to, mock your ass, they got on defense. So for Xbox, it's going to be X. You hit that SWAT button. You have to be on the guy, though, of course. Otherwise, he was just going to go for the pick. And that's what they're using to nerf the spectacular catch. And then also we got the new zone improvements. If you look at some of the ratings on defense, like corners and safeties, the top guys and then the medium guys got big disparities in zones. So it makes me feel like zone's going to be highly improved. You're going to be able to tell an all-star from a regular guy now. Because if you see, the top strong safety is Rashad Jones in the game. his zone coverage is only 81. The top strong safety in the game, his highest zone is 90. So zones have highly been improved.
They're jumping in, playing a lot of man and doing a lot of things at that point. You see the strong safety with zone, but you see the man coverage a little bit higher on strong safeties at that point.
Well, yeah, because if you see now, a lot of strong safeties are kind of playing that hybrid, I'm a linebacker, but I'm a safety role. Like if you look at Deion Buchanan, I mean, from the Cardinals just straight up moved him to middle linebacker because of situations like that. They want him matching up against tight ends. They want him matching up on guys coming across the space. So,
no, I like that. They got good hit power, and they're almost like a swifter linebacker at that point. And some linebackers have the speed as a strong safety.
Right. I mean, those made some excellent points, Russ. I was told now the features we're trying to do things, guys, like they giving the cornerbacks now the feature, what is the SWAT ball. So
yeah,
Russ, am I going to be able to swat the ball when I got bums like Debo throwing it deep to Odell on a slant all the time or a post, and my guy right with him, and Odell going to try and moss it? Am I just going to be able to swat it out all the time, just using that,
it's not
or
be
do
all the time? They're trying to make it as 50-50 as possible, but just know that other scenarios are going to come into effect. So your coverage is going to come into effect, your coverage rating, your awareness, your play recognition. Those are the type of things that are going to matter in Madden this year.
Well, it should have been mattering a lot of time, but that's probably why a lot of these guys not making the playoffs and and just going out there flying by the seat of their pants like a Rod. I know you out there, Rod. Checkmate. This y'all year, man. This y'all year, Madden 17. This your year. Make it count. Now, what's something else we can touch on before we get ready to depart? Just leaving the guys in Fight Club something hellacious to think about on how they choose their team. What's something vital? Because soon we're going to have to choose teams, guy, right? So
that's a big
do
question mark in itself.
Yeah, it is.
Mark, man, I get a message every day from somebody different asking, "Hey, man, when are we going to select teams? How are we going to pick teams?"
Me too.
Can I bid higher just to get this team? I'll pay more.
Can I pay more? I'll pay $20 more. No.
I'll create.
That's not how we're doing it.
That's how we roll. In due time, you'll have your team. You'll know your team. Everybody just be prepared when the game comes out. I think it comes out a week early if you have, EA access. Is that right, Russ?
Yeah,
right.
Correct. Yeah, on the 18th.
On the 18th.
Right.
So
if you don't have EA access, you're a bum anyway. Pay the $5, get EA access for 30 days. And in some cases, you can go online and you can get a code, and they'll give you EA access for free without paying the $5. And you yourself will have Madden early, and you can enjoy it with all of us. And then you can come back, maybe even be on the radio show. We want to hear from a couple guys that's already touched on it, already played, probably already got blowed out by a Tim or a Most Feared, especially people like Koala. I'm sure he'll have it. Get blowed out that first week, and then be like, you know what, come to the radio show, express your concerns. What happened? What's wrong? What you did wrong? Some of that stuff you normally be talking about on your Twitches, making ramen noodles or washing dishes, whatever you be doing. But it gets serious at this point. So now, how do we talk more or go more into, guys, what Fight Club is, where we're trying to go? Where we're trying to go with Fight Club?
Listen,
what's some of the visions you see? I mean, me and Tim, we got so many visions out here, and pulling in people like a Russ and a Shutdown. These guys are definite killer admins, and they help us out all the time. And major thanks to everybody out there that's helped us in 2016. go through a Madden, if you had to deal with the noise, the egos, the problems, the issues, if you was an admin, even if you wasn't an admin and you stepped in and tried to correct some things, we definitely appreciate it. But let's talk about some of the future stuff, Tim. What's some of the visions you see coming up? Some of the things.
Listen, man, I lock myself in a padded room, man, and I'm telling you, in 17, listen, in the padded room, I put my thinking cap on, and listen, you're gonna see more and bigger of everything. So when I say that, we're talking about the Fight Club Twitch page, man. If you're not subscribed or you're not following us, it's www.twitch.tv.com/FightClubGamers. You're going to see a lot of games being played on the gamer page. You're going to see a lot of tournaments, whether it's draft champions, regular. You're going to see a lot of live tournaments, man. We may be coming to a city near you. If you're down there in Houston or if you're in Atlanta or whatever the case may be, we may have some live tournaments coming to you. It'd be good if we can do one in New York.
That's what's up. See, a lot of these guys don't know that. Mm-hmm. Fight Club tour bus on the goddamn road, rolling down to a Tampa, rolling up to a New York. You know what I'm saying? Me and Tim might come up there, and we might roll to the 318. Say, hey, this is where we at for the weekend. Anybody over here that want to do a live matchup, a live quick tournament, show up at this location. We're going to rent it out. We're going to have it going, and we're going to we'll bust some ass real quick.
That might pop up in your barbershop. You never even know. Might be in your barbershop.
Probably in your barbershop.
You just never know, man. We got some deals in the work. We're trying to get some YouTube things going. You already see we got the radio show, man. We're going to keep expanding that. And then we got some ideas I can't even put on the air right now. But don't do it. Don't give away the secrets. Great time to be a Fight Club gamer. If you're in the Fight Club League right now, man, be happy, and we got some stuff for you. We got some stuff for you guys.
All right, we trying to break a lot of things out, man. But it's going to be fun. This is going to be a great year to try and trade with a Balboa and try and get on his good side to hope that you can get to the playoffs and especially when this randomizer come out for when you get ready to pick your teams or something like that, or however we decide to do it, you might want to be on my good side, good graces. Maybe offer me a trade or something. Offer me a trade or two.
Also, people got to know, man, like this Madden's going to be a different type of Madden. You're not hopping in and every team's going to be stacked. Like they spread out ratings a lot this year. I mean, some linemen that you consider top linemen only have 82 pass block and 85 running back. Like, they only have 10 linemen, for let's say 10 or 8 or so. Only a few linemen, only the top guys of the elite will have a 90 rating in pass block or run block. So people are going to have to look and build up a lot of guys because ratings are spread out really well this year, yo.
Oh, yeah. And I'm gonna tell you again, man. I'm geared up. I'm excited. Now, as we talked about, there's some of the things outside of the Madden and the tournaments and the Twitch and the YouTube TV.
Oh man.
Man, some of you guys been asking about that fantasy football that you can't even get in on because your slow, lazy ass was too slow to hit us up about getting in. It's close. It's too late. But you'll get to see some of the posts about it. You'll get to see some of the videos about it in some different ways and some different formats. Maybe even on some of the YouTube TV. You'll get to see some of it, how it goes down, and you'll get to see some of the crybabies like Koala. You know, you get to see some of the other guys like a Chap or a shutdown.
Even a Houston out there, man.
Even Houston out there, y'all let him get out here.
Man.
Talking trash. You'll see some of these guys just getting smoked, and they'll probably need a shoulder to cry on. You'll hear him talking in the chat, and I will probably shut him down. Be like, wrong chat. Don't be talking about that fantasy. You know what? Never mind. Go ahead and talk about how I blow y'all. Go ahead. You know, I'll give him a little two minute flow. Let him go and do that. Then we'll shut him down real quick. But fellas, definitely you missed out if you missed out on the on the Fight Club fantasy. It's definitely gonna be live. We're gonna have fun with that, and we're gonna continue on. So hopefully we can get a Russ in there. He's supposed to be some type of a Fight Club. I'm sorry, not Fight Club, but a fantasy football genius. And that's up for debate because he's still not a fantasy guru like myself. But it's up for debate, fellas. but guys, I mean, we'll have a lot more things going on, and you know, just keep your ear to the ground, keep it open. Got to jump on it when it comes to you.
Absolutely.
Other than that, fellas, Russ, you got anything else, man, you want to throw out there for the crew, man, for everybody listening on Madden or anything else, bro?
Man, nah, I'm good, man.
All right, Tim, what you got for us, man?
Listen, man, it's kind of like that. Fight Club, we all we got, man. Let's get it, man. I'm with it.
We all we got. Fight Club, fellas. Keep following us on the Twitch, YouTube, TV. Keep up with us. Catch you on the next segment. We out.